Strange as it sounds, most people who use turmeric for inflammation are only getting a small part of its true power. They take it every day, they trust it because it's natural, yet the results stay slow, weak, or inconsistent. And the reason is simple. Turmeric on its own doesn't fully break through into your bloodstream. The active part, curcumin, slips away before your body can use it. But here's where things get interesting. There is another natural ingredient, not black pepper, not a common spice, and not something you normally mix with turmeric, that can unlock its strength in a way very few people know about. This ingredient can push turmeric deeper into your system, help your cells fight inflammation faster, and boost the overall effect far more than turmeric alone. It works through a different pathway, and when paired with turmeric, the two create a reaction inside the body that multiplies their anti-inflammatory impact. Most people have never even considered this combination, yet those who use it the right way feel the difference quickly. Today you will learn what this ingredient is, why it works so well, and how to use it correctly so you can get the maximum benefit. By the end of this video, you will understand why turmeric alone often disappoints, what really blocks its power inside the body, and how this one simple addition can help you unlock results that normally take weeks to notice. If you want faster relief, stronger inflammation control, and a method that is grounded in real science, stay with this video until the final moments. Every part builds to the answer, and the final combination may surprise you. Welcome to the channel, and if you enjoy learning about natural ways to support your health, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a new video. Turmeric is praised everywhere for its bright color and powerful health effects, but the truth behind it is more complex than most people realize. When people talk about turmeric fighting inflammation, they are actually talking about one compound inside it called curcumin. This compound is the real worker, the real force that helps calm swelling, soothe joints, ease stiffness, and lower the signals that make the body flare up. Curcumin does this by targeting inflammatory pathways deep inside the body, especially the ones that become overactive when a person is stressed, sick, or aging. But here is the hidden problem that many people never hear about. Curcumin is extremely difficult for the human body to absorb. Even if you eat a spoon of turmeric every day, even if you mix it into teas, milk, smoothies, and meals, only a tiny amount of the curcumin actually reaches your bloodstream. Most of it passes through your system unused, slipping away before your cells ever get to take advantage of it. This is what experts mean when they talk about low bioavailability. It simply means your body cannot pull curcumin out of turmeric efficiently. The stomach breaks it down too quickly, the liver pushes it out too fast, and curcumin does not dissolve well in water, so it struggles to stay active long enough to bring real change. This is why so many people say they take turmeric but don't feel much difference. They add it to drinks for weeks, sprinkle it on food for months, yet the improvements stay slow. The color shows up, but the benefits do not fully follow. And this is also why scientists and herbal practitioners have spent years looking for ways to help the body use curcumin more effectively. One of the most common solutions that became popular is mixing turmeric with black pepper. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine. Piperine slows down the enzymes that break curcumin apart too quickly. It also opens pathways that allow curcumin to cross into the bloodstream more easily. When you mix turmeric with black pepper, the absorption of curcumin can rise dramatically, sometimes by more than 20 times, which is why many recipes, supplements, and health guides recommend this combination. It is simple, effective, and widely known, but that is exactly the issue for this video. Black pepper became so common as an add-on that people assume it is the only way to boost turmeric. They believe turmeric is useless without pepper, but that is not true at all. Piperine works, yes, but it is not perfect for everyone. Some people cannot tolerate pepper because it irritates their stomach. Others deal with acid reflux, gastritis, or digestive sensitivity, and pepper makes the discomfort worse. Even those who can tolerate pepper might not enjoy the strong taste or intense heat it adds to drinks like turmeric tea or golden milk. And there is another important detail most people overlook. Piperine slows down the breakdown of many substances in the body, not only curcumin. That means black pepper may interfere with the way certain medications process. For people who take regular medicines, especially daily prescriptions, this becomes a concern. So while black pepper is famous for boosting turmeric, it is not always the best option for everyone. This leaves many people searching for a different solution, something gentler, safer, and more suitable for everyday use. And this is where the need to look beyond pepper really begins. Because turmeric deserves a partner that can help it work at its highest potential without causing irritation or complications. When you look at how curcumin works inside the body, you begin to see that the real goal is not just increasing absorption, but helping curcumin reach the right tissues and stay active long enough to calm inflammation properly. Turmeric on its own tries to do this, but without support, it cannot stay strong. Curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it connects better with oils than with water. That is one reason some traditional cultures have cooked turmeric in ghee, coconut oil, or other natural fats for centuries. They did not use scientific terms, but they understood that turmeric becomes more powerful when carried by fat. Another detail that gets ignored is that inflammation is not just one process. It involves several pathways, such as cytokine release, oxidative stress, immune signaling, nerve sensitivity, and tissue swelling. Curcumin can target many of these, but it needs help staying stable long enough to work through them. Black pepper can assist, but again, it is not the only method, and in many cases it does not provide a complete solution. When you understand this, you can see why relying only on turmeric leaves many people disappointed. They expect quick relief from joint stiffness, muscle soreness, or chronic inflammation, but the body only absorbs a small fraction of the curcumin they consume. It is like trying to fill a large bucket with water while using a tiny cup. No matter how many times you refill it, progress stays slow. People then assume turmeric is weak, when in reality, it is simply not reaching its target. And because of this, the interest in finding another natural ingredient that can support turmeric continues to grow. A partner that boosts its strength without harshness. A partner that helps curcumin stay active without interfering with digestion. A partner that works on different inflammatory pathways so that the combination becomes stronger than either one alone. Black pepper served its purpose, but the search did not end there. When researchers looked at what limits curcumin, they found that inflammation itself is not caused by just one type of molecule. Oxidative stress, tissue damage, metabolic changes, immune responses, and cellular breakdown all feed into the same fire. So the idea became simple. If turmeric could be paired with something that targets inflammation from an additional angle, the overall effect would be much stronger. Looking beyond pepper is not about rejecting a known method. It is about discovering a method that fits better for more people and supports the body in a broader, deeper way. This is why so many experts now explore other natural compounds that can work alongside curcumin instead of relying on pepper alone. When the body receives a combination that tackles multiple layers of inflammation at the same time, the results become clearer and faster. Turmeric provides strong anti-inflammatory signaling, but its limitation is absorption. A partner ingredient can improve stability, increase tissue reach, and add its own anti-inflammatory power on top of what curcumin already does. The key is finding one that blends naturally with turmeric, supports the body instead of irritating it, and adds a level of strength that turmeric cannot achieve on its own. This is the reason this video goes beyond black pepper. This is the reason we look for something more advanced, more effective, and often overlooked. Turmeric is powerful, but only when the body can use it correctly. Without support, most of its potential is wasted, which is why millions of people never tap into the real benefits hiding inside that golden spice. The goal now is to understand why turmeric struggles and how one additional natural ingredient can turn that struggle into strength. The right combination can push curcumin deeper into your system, keep it active longer, and help it calm inflammation far more efficiently than turmeric alone. And the moment you see why turmeric is not enough by itself, you also see why we must look beyond black pepper, beyond the common approach toward a supporting ingredient that truly unlocks turmeric's full power. For years, people have been told that turmeric works best when combined with black pepper, but very few know that there is another natural ingredient that can strengthen turmeric far more gently and in a completely different way. This ingredient is tart cherry, especially tart cherry juice or tart cherry extract, and it is packed with a group of compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give cherries their deep, rich red color, but they do far more than just add color. Anthocyanins belong to a class of plant compounds known as polyphenols, and they are known for strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. When you look at the science behind them, you see that they help protect cells from oxidative stress, calm irritated tissues, stop inflammatory chemicals from rising too high, and support the natural repair processes inside the body. Tart cherries contain some of the highest concentrations of these anthocyanins among commonly eaten fruits, which makes them especially powerful as a natural remedy. People often think of tart cherry juice only as a drink for athletes or those dealing with muscle soreness, but its real strength goes far beyond that. When you place tart cherry next to turmeric and begin to compare how the two work, you start to see something remarkable. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, targets inflammation by blocking specific pathways inside the body. It can reduce cytokines that trigger swelling, slow down the NF-κB pathway that fuels chronic inflammation, and decrease oxidative stress that damages tissues over time. These actions make curcumin extremely valuable, especially for people dealing with joint stiffness, muscle discomfort, or long-term inflammation. But anthocyanins from tart cherries work on many of the same areas while also adding their own benefits. They can help reduce oxidative stress by neutralizing free radicals, calm the enzymes that create inflammatory pain, and lower the signals that encourage chronic inflammation. They even act on COX-2 and INOS, two inflammatory mediators that often rise when the body is under stress or dealing with chronic conditions. So when you bring turmeric and tart cherry together, the combination becomes far more powerful than either one alone. This is what experts call synergy, which simply means two ingredients working together in a way that creates a stronger effect than each could achieve individually. Curcumin and anthocyanins support each other. Curcumin blocks deep inflammatory pathways. Anthocyanins lower oxidative stress and inflammation in surrounding tissues. Together, they cover multiple angles at the same time, making the overall anti-inflammatory response smoother, faster, and more complete. The science behind tart cherry supports this idea clearly. In animal studies involving gout-like inflammation, tart cherry juice concentrate was shown to reduce joint swelling and lower NF-κB activity. That means it helped calm one of the central switches that controls inflammation in the body. In another study involving obese mice with diet-induced inflammation, tart cherry extract lowered inflammatory mediators and improved markers connected to metabolic health. This is important because many people today experience chronic inflammation due to lifestyle factors like diet, stress, and inactivity. More general research also shows that fruits high in anthocyanins can reduce markers like CRP, IL-6, and TNF-alpha, which are common indicators of inflammation in the blood. Lowering these does not just affect pain and swelling, it supports heart health, metabolic balance, and overall cellular protection. When combined with turmeric, tart cherry reinforces curcumin's effects and fills in the gaps where turmeric alone may fall short. If someone uses turmeric but feels their results are slow or incomplete, the missing link may be an ingredient like tart cherry that supports the body's natural pathways more broadly. The next question is how to use this powerful combination in a simple, practical way. One of the easiest methods is mixing a teaspoon of turmeric with a small shot of tart cherry juice, about 50 to 100 milliliters. This can be done in plain warm water, or you can add it to milk if you prefer a smoother flavor. Milk or a small amount of healthy fat helps because curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it binds better with fats than with water. Some people use a teaspoon of olive oil in their mixture, while others blend the ingredients into a smoothie. Tart cherry extract can also be used if someone does not want the juice, and it mixes well into warm drinks. The key is consistency. Using this combination once will not bring dramatic changes, but using it daily or several times a week can help the body gradually reduce inflammation and strengthen natural recovery processes. Over time, many people notice their joints feel more flexible, or their muscles recover faster after activity. Others find that general soreness decreases or that they feel lighter and more energetic. The combination works gently, and because it does not rely on pepper or harsh stimulants, it is often better tolerated. People who might benefit the most include those dealing with chronic inflammation, mild joint pain, arthritis symptoms, muscle soreness from daily activity, or low-level inflammation from stress or lifestyle habits. Older adults may also find this combination helpful because inflammation tends to rise naturally with age, and adding natural support can make a noticeable difference. People who want to shift toward natural wellness habits often choose this combination so they can rely less on frequent use of NSAIDs or pain relievers, which sometimes come with side effects when used long-term. However, it is important to be aware of situations where extra caution is needed. Someone taking medications, especially blood thinners, should be careful with high doses of turmeric because curcumin can influence how the blood behaves. People with gallbladder issues or sensitive digestion may also need to monitor how they feel. Supplements tend to be more concentrated than food-based forms, so anyone considering capsules or extracts should start with small amounts and pay attention to their body's response. Even though the research on tart cherry and turmeric is strong, it is still developing. Natural compounds can support the body in many ways, but they are not replacements for proper medical care when someone has a serious condition. What they offer is support, reinforcement, and natural strength that works alongside healthy habits. The great advantage of combining turmeric with tart cherry is that the two ingredients complement each other beautifully. One targets deep inflammatory pathways, while the other strengthens the surrounding environment and supports tissue health. This balanced approach can create a more noticeable shift for people who have tried turmeric alone without seeing the results they hoped for. The deep red of tart cherry and the golden tone of turmeric might look like a simple mix, but inside the body they work together like a coordinated team. As curcumin lowers inflammatory triggers, anthocyanins protect the cells from the stress that inflammation leaves behind. As the tart cherry reduces oxidative pressure, turmeric continues to steady the immune signals that influence pain and swelling. When used consistently, this gentle natural partnership can help the body regain balance in a way that feels smooth and steady. It is not about quick fixes or overnight miracles. It is about giving your body the right combination of natural tools so it can protect itself better. Turmeric always had potential. It only needed the right partner to unlock its full strength, and tart cherry provides exactly that.
Turmeric has always been seen as a powerful natural healer, but now you know why so many people never feel its full effect. On its own, the body absorbs only a small amount. Black pepper can help, but today you discovered a gentler, deeper, and more effective partner. Tart cherry, with its rich anthocyanins, lifts turmeric to a whole new level. Together they calm inflammation from multiple directions, protect your cells, and support recovery in a way turmeric alone simply cannot. The best results come from consistency, so try adding this combination into your daily routine. Mix it into smoothies, stir it into warm drinks, blend it into golden milk, or take it with a small amount of tart cherry juice. Let your body feel the difference over days and weeks, not just once. And remember, this is a natural support for inflammation, not a medical cure, so always follow your doctor's advice when it comes to medication or treatment. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like it, share it with someone who needs this information, and subscribe to the channel for more simple science-backed health tips. Your support helps us bring you more videos that make a real difference.